o'clock on the dot. You can turn on your microphones. I'll call this meeting to order. This is Alpine Town Council meeting on December 16th at 7 o'clock p.m. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Good evening. Councilman Larson.
Here.
Councilmember Burchard.
Here.
Mayor Green.
Here.
Councilmember Weirda.
Here.
And Councilmember Scafidi.
Here.
Mayor Green, you have a quorum of the council with all members present.
All right, thank you. Next is the adoption of the agenda. Did everyone have a chance to read through the agenda?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I would entertain a motion.
Motion to adopt the agenda?
Second?
We have a motion. It's been seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of adopting the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next is the consent agenda. Do we have a motion?
Motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Second.
We have a motion. It's been seconded. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor of adopting the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the consent agenda is adopted. We'll go right into reports. So I'll report that I'm feeling much better than I was 2 weeks ago. But thank you, Councilmember, for handling the meeting. I know it's not easy, but you still may hear me cough a little bit here and there, but I'm like so much better, and I don't think I'm very contagious. So anyways, we should be good as far as that's concerned. But we'll go on to events committee report.
There's not a lot to report right now. There's bingo on Friday. Alpine Trails and Pathways will be there selling tamales.
Tamales.
Which is exciting.
And raising funds.
And raising funds for...
We have some great, giveaway packages of donations. So raising funds for the Coney Classic, for Alpine Trails and Pathways, and Lucky's.
Very good. Winter Jubilee is January 30th and 31st. Also, the Coney Classic is January 31st. So that's something we're working on. We're actively looking for dealers for casino night. So if anybody is interested, come on down.
It's always a fun time.
It is a good time.
Yep.
I think that's really all that's happening. We will have the fire dancers again for Winter Jubilee, so
We will.
we will.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the 31st?
Yeah, casino night is the 31st.
Okay.
Fire dancers are the 30th. Christmas is next week, in case anyone missed it.
Never too late. to get out
Nine shopping days left.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, I'm supposed to shop?
I mean, your wife.
Who bought that tie for you? That's the question.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It looks great.
Exactly.
Thank you for bringing some joy to the meeting. Is that all you had?
I think so.
Okay. If we think of anything else, we'll just blurt it out. Engineering report, I imagine it's in writing, or do we
Did
not
you
have on
submit
this?
one in writing or no? Before he left, he didn't, Kevin? No, he's out of town, so no.
That's okay. Planning and zoning, Mo, did you have anything this week? Okay.
Unless, we just have the,
Yeah, the discussion that is first up on our agenda? Okay. Okay. No, the only other thing I was going to ask you about, I guess, is there has been some talk about you guys doing a work session Maybe it's a
Yes.
combined work session?
Yes.
What was the conversation?
So we're just still trying to, I know there's been scuttlebutt about maybe having somebody go through, outside party going through our LUDC. We're just going to continue to work through it like we do every year during the slow months. So yeah, we wanted to have a work session. Gina's getting a whole bunch over the past year, we've had a bunch of stuff we want to talk about. And so she's going to get all that in order. She's been emailing things throughout the week, and we'll do that and then have a joint session to see if there's anything you guys wanted to bring up as well.
Whether or not we hire someone.
Yeah,
look
we
at it,
want to keep moving.
You're still gonna have to.
We're going to keep doing it. Yeah, that was the conversation we had as well. And that's something we've done every year for as long as I've been
Yeah.
here. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't keep doing
Okay,
it.
and then no plans to have the work session with us yet, or are you guys?
I
doing
think
your own work
they were talking like February-ish, I think is what she said, something-ish.
Second.
We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Well,
It's a
of course you
It's
guys,
not
We're,
intended.
we're looking at the second meeting in February.
yeah,
Okay,
something like that,
perfect.
yeah. It's nothing in stone yet. We still have to finish through all the shenanigans we were going through
Yep.
to see what we can come up with.
All right. Any questions for Mo? Gunnar?
I mean, I submitted dark sky ordinance
I did.
information.
Yep,
and I
I'm
got
reading that.
feedback. So mainly just if we can make it a discussion item.
Yep, we'll bring that up and talk about that
Yeah,
as well.
because David Gustafson spent all that time, so I feel like I'd like to brainstorm with him and see
Yeah,
what's missing, what's possible, things like that.
absolutely, yes, ma'am.
That sounds great.
Okay,
All right,
anything else?
thanks,
All right.
Economic Development, Councilmember Larson.
Yeah, I spoke with Bob King earlier today. A couple items going back and forth from economic development and county travel and tourism. On the economic development side, the Valley is, and Bob and Senator Dockstead are specifically looking to get the Chamber of Commerce back up and going. Right now, it sounds like no charge, but they're hoping to revamp everything and get it to be an active Chamber of Commerce again. And then with the county's travel and tourism, still working on just the organization of it as far as branding. I believe they're taking applications for consultants, branding type consultants, marketing consultants, and looking over that to see how much for branding, how much for marketing versus how much for grants. They're also still working on a trail system, more for the high school, kind of out of working with the Caribou District, and then also the state of Wyoming, because there's some state lands where they're looking at south of Freedom. And I believe that is about it for that.
Okay.
And then Alpine Travel and Tourism, we met last week and approved, you'll see it here on the agenda, approved up to $25,000 for the town for the semi-quincentennial 250th, 4th of July. We also approved, we got a half-off deal from SVI and for advertising, and we're going to work with that. And then also approved, we got an application from a couple of residents who have their own production, promotion company to work on production, promotion for town events. So right now, they're going to work on, I just got the application today for Winter Jubilee. So they'll want to get with the Winter Jubilee Committee and kind of see what they can put together for advertisement and kind of making a cool video going from there. Our open application enrollment is January 1 to March 15th. And again, we're on the fiscal year, so it'll be for fiscal year 26, starting July 1 to end of fiscal year June 30th, ending in 27. So if you have projects, events, or something that you believe will be a benefit to the community and to bring heads on beds for lodging, especially in the off-season time, going anywhere from that July 1 to June 30th, 26, 27 dates, please submit an application, and then we'll start reviewing applications. I believe we put our first meeting around April, they're the first or second week in April to start. Let's see. Well, I don't have it in here, but I believe it's that second week around the 8th or 9th of April to start the application review process. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. Lincoln County Sheriff's was submitted in writing, so if anyone wants to look at that, you can go to our website and click on that link. So next, we'll move right into action items, and the first thing we have on here is a simple replat. So I think what we should do is just call up Marlo and get some information, and then we'll see if, we'll put it on the table here in a minute when we want to discuss it. But thanks for coming, Marlo. Do you mind turning on your microphone there?
So this is a lot combination, basically. Two different lots that Will Jenkinson and his wife own. They're on the south side of Sunset, up on the hill in Lakeview Estates. It's simple because we're making a 1.69 acre lot out of two lots. I'd be glad to answer any questions. I don't know if there's anything else.
I've got the map up here. Do you want to just maybe point out what you're looking at?
So this is the road up to your water
Right.
tower or tank. And so these are the two lots. There's an existing lot here and one all the way here. We're combining those two into 1.69 acre lot.
And it looks like essentially the forest is the boundary on the,
The south
South
side
side.
is, yes.
Yeah,
It's
right
a
here.
forest boundary. This is kind of a treed lot. Not a lot more building room. Got a fairly large house on it right now. And I think that's a lot of the reason why they're wanting to combine. Other questions I can answer?
I can also bring up any other items on here if anyone wants to look at it. To me, this is fairly straightforward, so.
Not as straightforward as it get,
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor. On these, there's just not, it's all in accordance with your rules, lot size, minimum lot size, zoning, et cetera. There's really, like you said, it's a simple replat. Lot combination.
All right. Sounds good. Do we have a motion to get on the table?
Motion to approve Jenkinson, Kathleen, and William simple replat application.
Second.
We have a motion. It's been second. Discussion?
Straightforward.
Yeah, it seems very straightforward.
I know the lot.
Yep.
Straightforward.
Any questions, any comments? Anything?
No.
Yeah, we try not to complicate things if we don't
Yeah,
have.
yeah. And we appreciate that. Thanks, Marlo. Hearing no discussion needed, all those in favor of said motion to approve this simple replat, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. All right, next we'll move on to ordinance. This is the operation of off-road vehicles in the town.
Make a motion to approve second reading of ordinance number 2025-016, allowing the operation of off-road vehicles within the town limits of Alpine.
Second.
We have a motion, it's been seconded. Discussion? So has everyone seen the changes that we made? I mean, we made the title of it much more in line with what it actually is. So hopefully everyone's had a chance to read through that, but it's definitely in the spirit of what it was originally intended for. So anyone in town council have anything they'd like to add or question?
Trying to find, I believe there's a grammatical something in here, so I'll look through.
I just had something real quick, too.
Well,
I loved how it was rewritten, too, as well. It was perfect. But it did mention on one of the it said sidewalks. And the one thing, we've got that new bike path on the Grays River Road. I don't know if that's going to be considered a sidewalk, if somebody might be upset that there might be a snow machine on that or whatever, so to speak. So I don't know if that would be considered a sidewalk when we know that everybody who goes up and down the Grays is gonna be on that side.
Well, I think we're also
Are we
gonna
good
have
with
that
that?
groomed right there.
Yeah.
So it's like less of a
Or
sidewalk.
if we're good
and
with
it's-
that, that was just something I saw. I just
Yeah.
didn't know if that was something that was thought of or
That
anything.
will be the path.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, I guess on third reading, we could consider just some clarifying. Any other questions? Is the map attached? I don't see that.
It is not.
We,
Or was it all?
we have a map,
Yeah, Wyoming trails, state trails needs a.
just for everyone in attendance here, I'll show you essentially what it is, and we'll make sure it's on the website for next time. This is just the GIS kind of overview. The ORV trail will start, basically, is this,
Trail.
no, that's not trail, this is Alpine Drive, right? So Alpine Drive turns into Short Street right here. So it'll go this way and then connect with Trail Drive and go all the way over here to Grays River Road and then travel up there. So that's the assigned trail that we have. If anyone has any questions or if they want to see it, we can get it really quick. But it's pretty much the same trail that the local snowmobile rental areas have used for the past several seasons. Does anyone have any questions on that, or do you have any need to see the actual map we came up with on this second reading?
It also says it in here
Yeah.
in wording.
Okay. We'll make sure that's on here for the third reading. Any questions?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
So section 3B, operation on all public roadways permissible preferred route until such time as altered by the resolution of the, so we just need to clean that first sentence up.
Can you tell me again where that is?
Section 3B,
Okay.
until such time as altered by the resolution.
Oh,
So just a grammatical
Okay.
matter of cleaning that up.
We can clean that up on third reading. All right. Any other questions, comments? So what we're going to do, what I'm planning to do on anything that's like an ordinance or anything real important like this is that we'll call for the vote, and then I'm just going to go down the line, and everyone can give their vote really quickly, and then going forward, at the bottom of all these, we're going to have essentially what everyone voted, so there'll be almost like a roll call. But if there's no more questions, I will call for the vote. And so it's just a yay, nay, abstain, whatever else it could be. Sound good? All right. Councilmember Larson,
Yay.
Councilmember Burchard,
yay.
Councilmember Scafidi,
Yay.
Councilmember Weirda,
Yay.
and I will vote yay as well. So pass on second reading 5-0. All right, thanks Marlo. On to ordinance number 2025-012, utility procedure ordinance on third reading. Do we have a motion?
Seeking a motion to approve the third reading of ordinance number 2025-012, utility procedure ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion, it's been seconded, discussion. Madam Clerk, was there any changes from the second reading to the third reading?
So there was the changes we discussed in the work session that we had that were all provided to you at the meeting. And then there was a few minor changes that were made by Mr. Sanderson. So Raf Tellis drafted a definition of ERU, and then Jim felt that it wasn't really legally binding, so he edited that. So that, and those were all provided, those updates were all provided to you guys throughout the 2 weeks.
Yep. Does anyone have any questions on those changes?
Other than, Jim, you're fine with the final?
Yes. Everyone's good? Mm-hmm. Any other discussion? Okay, same thing, we'll call for the vote. Just gonna do it by last name. Larson,
Aye.
Burchard,
Aye.
Scafidi,
Aye.
Weirda,
Aye.
and I will vote aye, so passes 5-0. Okay, next. Is it the
Capacity fee.
capacity fee? Okay, gotcha. Next would be ordinance number 2025, 014, so 14. Okay. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the third reading of ordinance number 2025-014 capacity fee ordinance, third reading.
Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a motion, it's been seconded, discussion. Madam Clerk, any changes from second to third reading on this one?
Only the changes that were presented to, there was no changes, I don't believe, at the work session on the capacity fee. However, the ERU definition was also updated. It was updated in all three,
Oh,
so that they're consistent across
Right.
the board.
all right. Any questions, concerns? I know these are some long documents and we've gone over them several times, but just want to make sure we catch anything. All right, call for the vote and we'll just go real quickly. Larson,
Aye.
Burchard,
Aye.
Scafidi,
Yay.
Weirda,
Aye.
and I vote aye. So motion carries on third reading. Now we have the utility rate ordinance 2025-013.
Motion to approve the third reading of ordinance number 2025-013, utility rate ordinance, third reading.
Second.
We have a motion, it's been seconded on discussion. Okay, so let's make sure everyone's, has all the information they need on this one. This one is probably the one that the citizens are most interested in. We have decided for the time being that we will not raise rates on water. We just don't have enough information to make that change. And now that we have the new meters in, we're getting more data on a daily basis, basically. So, but we really kind of want to wait for the data that will come in during the summer when people are watering their lawns and, washing their car out front and everything like that. So until we have that information, I think it's best just to not make any changes. But our goal, if we were to make changes, and this is kind of something that as a council we need to understand throughout probably the budget process and everything, but in my opinion, our base rate should cover our operating expenses. So, if it costs, just throwing out a number, $100,000 to operate it for the year, then our base rate should cover that. I know it's a lot more than that, but I'm just throwing out a number. And then the usage can be kind of that extra 20% that Jorgensen has told us, we should definitely be setting aside. So I hope those numbers kind of work out like that, but until we get into more of the high water usage part of the year, I don't think there's much that we can do. This does include what percentage rate increase on sewer?
25%.
25%. And obviously, that's in an effort to have the sewer department actually pay for itself. So we've spent so much time here talking about how do we get it to pay for itself, and we don't know how this will affect how much money, we don't know if this is gonna get us to our goal yet of having it break even, but I think this goes a long ways. So, and then, of course, we're also including that water replacement fee that will accumulate over a long period of time. So just to make sure we're all on the same page, on sewer, we're going from, I think I just skipped it.
Right there.
There we go. What was it before?
$54 a month
54, right.
for
So,
ERU.
correct. So the minimum ERU in the town is 1, so most people's new sewer rate will be $67.50. So that's the plan. Any other changes that we don't know about from the last discussion we had?
No.
Okay. Any questions from town council? Any questions, concerns from the public? Wow. All right. This is great. If there's no further questions or discussion, I'll call for the vote. Larson,
Yay.
Burchard,
Aye.
Scafidi,
Nay.
Weirda,
Yay.
and I will vote yay. So that is 4-1. Ordinance carries. Next. We will go on to the CDC lease. Do we have a motion for that?
To approve the Lincoln Uinta County Child Development Center lease agreement and author Mayor Green to sign.
Do we have a second?
Second.
I think it was a tie between Scafidi and Larson, but we'll see. Is anyone super passionate about that second, that they wanted to show up on?
I-
Please.
I really want.
Okay, Scafidi seconded. Okay, Madam Clerk, can you just give us the background on this really quick?
So shortly after you took office, we became aware of a leak in the CDC roof. And that's when I realized that we are responsible for all the costs of repairs and maintenance of the building. So the lease dynamic is they're all a little different. And so it's been a conversation Jim and I have been having for 3 years that we needed to get them all the same. And Jim's, I now have them all, I'm finalizing with the fire department theirs. And I need to get a hold of the daycare next door to also get theirs done. But it's all going to be they're all similar in language, similar requirements, similar rent, except for the difference between businesses that are in it for commercial and then our services are nonprofits. So this lease does change the area of responsibility for the maintenance of the building. We still own the building, but in the event that the roof leaks again, it will not cost the town of Alpine $30,000 to fix. They will pay for it.
And that wasn't able to be filed under insurance?
The roof was, the water damage was paid for by the insurance. However, the roof was just old. It was just old and damaged from from sun damage and wind damage. And so the leak that was created was not covered. I mean, the actual
The
roof
insurance
itself.
paid for like the drywall repair and stuff
Yeah.
inside that was,
Yeah, they ripped out walls, replaced all the insulation. I mean, so there was a considerable claim, but the roof was something we had to pay for.
yeah. Thank you. And we've discussed this with them. They're fine with it.
Yeah, and if you recall, you might not recall, you and I met with them
Yeah.
at some time, and that's when we discussed it with them. They've reviewed the lease, they're ready to sign it once we're done with it.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions or comments?
I think the only hard part again is the dollar a year, but I understand the functionality of it. My kids went there. I mean, I get that it serves a great purpose. It's just hard that we keep covering everyone. But I think the county would push back pretty hard if we were to raise it, so that's a tough one.
Yeah, they run on a shoestring budget as well, so I think, you know, it's actually more of a service than anything that we're offering by letting them put the building there. And the fact is, we own the building. If they ever left or anything ever happened, we would, you know, be able to take it over. But they're growing so quickly that there's been talk recently of them expanding the building. So I don't think they're going anywhere. But yeah, hear you that it's difficult.
The
But
Child Development Center is a county entity, not-for-profit,
Yeah.
as opposed to a daycare that would be for-profit.
yeah, good distinction. Thank you.
And then also school as well, pre-K school.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions, comments? All right. All those in favor of said motion for a new lease agreement and authorize Mayor Green to sign it, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. All right. We're on to the 3 bank accounts, looks like. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve resolution number 2025-050, a resolution authorizing the town clerk to open 3 bank accounts for sewer capacity fees, water capacity fees, and meter fees, and restricting the use of said funds.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a motion. It's been seconded. Discussion. Madam Clerk, just give us the background on this.
So with the ordinances that you passed this evening, the requirement will be that all capacity fee monies are placed into separate bank accounts, and everything's tracked separately anyways in our accounting system, but there is the additional level of separation required to physically separate the money. In addition, we are also separating the meter money that will be collected so that it's always very
$2.
clear. For transparency's sake, for the public's sake, it'll always be very clear.
The $2?
The $2 a month, those monies will be transferred into that bank account monthly as well. So we'll set it all, we'll get it all set up. Authorized signers will be the exact same authorized signers that are on all other bank accounts.
Okay. I know our software program, part of the reason why we got it was so we didn't have to do these things. We've actually got rid of most of the bank accounts that had restricted funds in them. You feel it's necessary to do this, so.
It's been, Raftel has told us it was absolutely necessary to physically separate this money, that we could be called into question in the future. And because it's capacity fee money, the meter money, probably not so much. However, nobody's going to buy a meter for a very long time. And so I don't want that to be lost. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be, those meters should last 20 years, and the town should have enough money to replace everybody's meters in 20 years and pay for it. So I feel like that makes sense, because it's pretty much put it away and forget about it. When the balance gets big enough, it should be invested as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be a large sum of money in 10, 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Yes.
My only question would be, is so how's the process work? So, billing comes in, we get that, and then is it just a matter of going online and saying, okay, we have X amount of residents, Y amount of dollars, and then I'm just transferring that over to this account? Or how does it get put into these accounts?
So the meter money will be done on a monthly basis, because clearly people are going to send us a check for their entire water and sewer bill, and so that's going to be intermixed. So we'll pull a report and just physically monthly transfer that money. The capacity fee money, that will be paid with the connection fee money. They can be brought in through cash receipting, and we can take one check with 2 deposit slips to the bank. So if they give us a check for, in the case of sewer, 1 ERU, it'll be for $10,080. $1,000 will be physically deposited into the operating account. The $9,080 will be physically deposited into the other account. So just the meter money, there's going to have to be an extra step, but that's simply because of dynamics.
And could the meter just be done annually? I just feel like that's so many man.
Oh, it could.
Because a part of me is like, don't do it monthly.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking a 20-year stretch.
Yes.
Just calculate an annual and then do it.
Yeah, and there's no calculation to be done. There'll be a line item that says meter income.
And then just move it.
Literally, yeah. So when you pull the report every month, it's going to say this amount
No.
was that income. Yeah.
That's a good
So,
suggestion.
but I like it. We can do that.
Yeah, just
Thank you.
Save
So
yourself.
that was my
Yeah.
next question. Is it going to be daily, annually, monthly?
No, it would have. I was planning on doing it once a month, but we could do it annually. That too. That works. Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? Monica? All right. All those in favor of resolution number 2025-050, authorizing the town clerk to open up 3 bank accounts for sewer capacity fees, water capacity fees, and meter fees, and restricting the use of said funds, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, resolution carries. All right, now we get to the pretreatment plant. A little background on this. Again, back to the pretreatment plant, but there's still some question about the design of the pretreatment plant and these blowers that are not doing their job. And so this resolution essentially, correct me if I'm wrong, is to have them, JVA, look at the system and give us their third-party opinion on how it should work. Is that not this one?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they're already looking at, you already signed an agreement to allow them to look at 2 other issues, and this is the third.
So when we get their results, what is then our action item? I'm trying to figure out the end game.
So number one, at this point, I was in a meeting here about a week and a half ago, and Cambrian does consider that the wastewater pretreatment plant is commissioned. And so you will see at our next meeting their final invoice. And so all that paperwork actually just came through to me today. They missed the deadlines for it to be at this meeting. So it'll be on the next. But, so understanding that it's been commissioned means that we are now in the warranty phase, which is 1 year. And so if we're going to address that, we need to do it rather quickly, because we can't just let them drive the bus, because they may say, they have suggested some things, they are trying to help, but we need a clear solution, we need it to get fixed, and we need to move on. And so we need to be able to go back to them and effectively tell them why what they're recommending these little fixes they keep recommending that aren't working and the blowers keep going out. We need to be able to tell them officially, this is what we need, and let's get it done.
And so do these consulting fees have to come out of operating, or can this come out of the general fund? Because I feel like consulting fees, I mean,
No,
You guys
I would
tell
think,
me.
I would think general fund is what I would push for on this. If we-
but I just was wondering, because I feel like we're always in this budget, like we're trapped in a silo, but consulting fees to me,
These are wastewater consulting fees, and so I'll allow Jim to answer that question. Because my understanding is, my personal understanding is that all expenses with the wastewater needs to be billed through the wastewater fund, and paid for with the wastewater money. But I don't know if there's any,
That would be my call on it as well. I think if you got audited, they're gonna say, well, what does this go to? Because they're supposed to be, separate, entities or enterprise funds is what they're considered as. So I think you need to keep it in the wastewater.
yeah, and it is just, and not that it matters, but it is being booked to capital. All part of the capital project. In our case, there's really, I've seen historical benefits in other organizations that I ran of booking things through the capital project actually helps your operating budget. In this case, it's just not so. However, it will be booked to the total cost of doing the project itself. The other thing that I want to just remind you that you did sign with JVA is they're looking at what Melvin's proportional share of this project will be. We did get a draft report. Dustin and I are meeting with them, and the mayor's going to sit in on this next meeting. Dustin and I have met with them so far. And once we get through that, then I hope to be able to provide you with that report, which I think you will find. I don't think anybody will be opposed to the recommendations. So I'm excited to be able to share the recommendations that they have with you.
We'll keep the recommendation under, I don't know,
We'll see.
whatever you call it. We'll keep it
Yeah.
tight to the chest right now.
But yeah, you'll see it soon, and I think, we have some options moving forward.
Yep. And so since you're just booking it to the capital, there's no like budget number. We're not shifting money around. We're just,
No, and also, I haven't heard back from the bond company. I mean, I know I do, and they're waiting for Precision to wrap up their final reasons why they think they're not responsible. And so I do believe, though, I'm hoping by the end of the year or early next year, we will have a settlement from the bond company, which also will clear up some of the right now, this fiscal year that we're in, budget problems have been created by them failing on their contract. If we are successful in our bond claim, we will be in a much better financial position
Yeah.
at that point.
well said. Any other questions? I think this is important to get them working on this as soon as possible so we can just keep the ball moving forward here.
A motion, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-050, resolution authorizing the town clerk to open, excuse me,
Move
Move it.
down one more.
I'm on H. Seeking, motion to authorize Mayor Green to sign the updated letter agreement with JVA Inc. for the Alpine pretreatment facility design assessment.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion. It's been seconded. Discussion. In general, just so everyone knows, I'm not going to vote on things that says that I have the authority to sign it. So that's one reason why I'm not voting for this. But no, I totally agree. This needs to move forward. So any other questions, comments? All right. All those in favor of said motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Now, on to resolution number 2025-56.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-056, repealing and replacing resolution number 2025-047 and resolution number 2025-049, and authorize the use of Alpine travel and tourism funds for the town of Alpine's 250th celebration.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a second. Discussion.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes. Are
Actually,
you going to recuse yourself or abstain, or what's your?
yeah, I'll be abstaining due to my chair position on travel and tourism. And then I'd also, with that though, recommend a suggestion on the wording on the 4th whereas. It says, whereas the Alpine Travel and Tourism Board has clarified that it will consider providing a total of $25,000 for the entire 250th celebration, of which $5,000 would be allocated for concert entertainment, and the committee shall submit a proposed budget for the balance of the funds to the town council. It'd be my suggestion to change that to the Alpine Travel and Tourism Board has approved up to $25,000 for approved expenses for Alpine's 250th 4th of July celebration, of which the town of Alpine would allocate $5,000 for concert, entertainment, ... and. If the board so choose.
Okay. Let's hold on to that for just 1 second. So, Madam Clerk, can you give us an update, or somebody, how did we get to this point? Because last time, town council put forward the application for the 25K for the concert, for the band. And now, we've come back and said, we want to change this up. We're allocating $25,000 for the whole event, which to me is a little concerning because the whole event includes fireworks and things of that nature that we're also going to be putting an application in at some time in the spring. So,
I can answer on intent.
okay,
As far as travel and tourism, intent is, this is $25,000 for the 4th celebration, meaning pertaining to music and whatever festivities.
vendors and stuff.
Vendors and such like that. We expect another application for specific to fireworks in the future. This was to give the committee a accessible budget as they move forward, as opposed to the fireworks, which we're not going to approve until June,
Yep.
May or June. So this is just that seed money to give the committee something for the festivities out.
Okay. Speaking on behalf of the committee, we actually talked today about, since we've switched gears away from that bigger name concert for the country concert, we're talking about bringing in, I don't want to say lower level, but like an upstart band of some sort. We have a couple of different bands that we're discussing that were just brought to the table today. So like the $5,000 might be right there. We're talking about doing a band on Thursday night, right after the farmer's market, that would kind of dovetail your music in the mountains. And then on Saturday, this would be after the parade and before the fireworks. So $25,000, I think that is going to go a really long ways on this overall. So I would wholeheartedly support this. We haven't yet done our full kind of budget. We're still kind of in the process of coming up with what the plan is going to be, and then we'll start assigning. But moving away from the big concert is going to save us a ton of money in the overall budget, as you guys know, so.
Is
anyway.
there a way to, I feel like you're tying yourself, because if the band's 7,500, is there a way just to say up to 25,000 rather than the allocation? Because I feel like we're gonna come back again, oh, the band is
Yeah.
this much.
And
Like,
what ended up happening here, and when I read it, I knew, after it was prepared and I read it, I knew the intent, so I read it like it made sense. But when Jeremy pointed it out, what we've ended up doing, so the goal here is to allow me as clerk treasurer to pay the bills. And so at this moment, town council has not allowed any money to be spent on this event. And so maybe we could word this differently to allow up to 25,000, but I don't know what town council's wishes are as far as, do you want to be involved? Like, to what level town council wants to be involved in how you allocate this 25,000?
So for clarification, it's the Travel and Tourism Board's money, not the town of Alpine.
It's a reimbursement grant, so it has to be spent by the town of Alpine and reimbursed
And
by
then
them.
reimbursed.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So,
I
yes.
guess I would word it as
And just also,
generally as possible.
the initial approval from Travel and Tourism was just that. Was a simple up to $25,000 for any appropriate expenses that meet state statute towards the semi-quincentennial celebration. So be that music, vendors, what have you. It was basically to get monies in the purse, so we weren't doing this back and forth. But the committee had something to work with. And then, again, we fully expect another application during the application process.
Okay. Could you reread, was there another question before I have?
no, I just would change it to, that will total of 25,000 for the,
And just leave it at that.
and then leave it at that.
Yeah,
Would you make a motion
Make a
for
motion.
amendment?
is that,
Yeah.
does that seem,
Oh.
is that the simplest word? Okay.
I'll make a motion. So how do you, I mean, I guess I'm going to amend the current motion?
So just make a motion
I'll just
to
make a
amend.
motion to amend.
Yep.
Whereas the Alpine Travel and Tourism Board has clarified providing up to a total of 25,000 for the entire 250th celebration period.
We have a motion of amendment. Do we have a second?
I think we,
Oh, I
the
guess-
wording to say the
Yeah.
Alpine Travel and Tourism Board has approved providing a total
Oh.
of 25,000. That was Jeremy's initial suggestion.
Do you want to try one more time? Do you like the word of-
Whereas the Alpine Travel and Tourism moved, providing as 25,000 for the entire 250th celebration. And then do we need to keep in, and the committee shall submit a proposed budget for the balance of the funds? No, we don't need to do that.
No.
So we're just going to end it for the entire 250th celebration.
Perfect, thank you.
Second.
Okay, it sounds like we're good. We have a motion of amendment and a second. Any discussion on the amendment? That sound all right?
That sounds much.
All those in favor of said amendment, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none. Now we're back onto the main motion here. So logistically, we're repealing 47 and 49.
Correct.
And replacing it with this one.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that all sounds great to me. Any other discussion? Okay, we'll make those changes. All those in favor of resolution number 2025-56, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Resolution carries. So We can take those tabled items off the, do we need to have a motion to take them off?
To table them
Remove them?
indefinitely.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Tabled indefinitely, or they're repealed, right?
Or you could just do a motion to repeal.
We just did in the resolution, but we tabled a motion to repeal them last meeting.
Okay. Tabled the motion to repeal last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Probably don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I think we just took care of it, right?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Took it off the list. All right,
Works for
now
me.
we're on to public comment. Did anyone stay for public comment? Mr. Daniel Scow.
Wow, you sound
That's
like my
what his
mother.
mother said.
Sound like my mother. All right, I just have a couple of questions. Thanks for all your hard work. Dan Scow, Planning and Zoning. Am I to understand that the pretreatment plant now is non-functional without the blower?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's functioning, but the blowers aren't doing what they need to do, the way they need to, we think they might not be sized big enough.
Okay.
It's not running efficiently.
Yes,
That's a better way to put it.
yeah,
I get it.
it's a,
All right.
yeah.
On the ordinance for motorized vehicles on the town of Alpine, I didn't see that there was a rule in there that said you can only maintain your vehicle on the road, and if you do so incorrectly, there's a fine. Why have an ordinance if you're not gonna find somebody?
Well, there's state statutes against that have fines.
But I mean, if you have it, and somebody is, ripping up and down the road doing wheelies, and they're turning up.
Well, if that happens, then the sheriff's going to get called and they're going to get cited for something different than what we would put in.
Well, and I'm curious. I was just my thought pattern, because that's what we were working with the trash ordinance, that, why have a trash ordinance if somebody isn't gonna be fined? And it was specific, saying for every occurrence it'd be $250.
Mr. Sanderson, I'll let you take this.
But that was just,
I agree, and I hate ordinances that don't have any teeth in them, but, just
That
a
was-
second,
that was
can I finish this? Why? Apparently, this ordinance is necessary to get funding from state.
State trip.
Yeah, so the state is requiring this ordinance to be as it is, and they even provided us with a model, and this follows the model, so. But there's
could the ordinance be like a
yeah, but there's,
follows that and?
but we have other ordinances that prohibit those things that do have fines.
I just,
Yeah.
seems kind of, no teeth, why have one? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Any other comments? All right, seeing none, do we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Yeah, any discussion? All those in favor of going into executive session, say aye.